Foundation is called Serenity Foundation. Our slogan
is making the water safer one boat at a time.
and our sole purpose and mission is to permanently abolish and put an end to piracy in the country of Somalia.
And our background info is the Serenity Foundation started in 2009 following Black Thursday when
Black Thursday was the day when 3 ships got hijacked within 24 hours, and before that the world didn't really know about they'd only affected fishermen before, but then they branched out and they hijacked their first big vessels.
And so our group members, Anish, Wamsi, Shrey, and Ella, have been working hard to promote our organization. And so we focus on the pathway, the Red Sea and the Aden Sea that connect to the Suez Canal. That's geographically, that's a really popular place for ships to travel. And the Somalian coast is over there too, and pirates have easy passage to the vessels that pass through. And so that's how we started.
So we're going to give a little background information about our essays, which kind of give you an overview to help you analyze what the contributors to piracy are. So can you click on my essay? So my thesis statement, which is the main part of this essay, says the government has failed to address the issue of piracy with adequate measures because of the instability of the government, because it's not really functioning. So my first argument would be to begin with the lack of a functioning government has contributed to the growth of piracy, because there's no funding and they don't really have a formal parliament or army, so thus they're unable to kind of stop piracy because of a lack of resources. And the reason Somalis resort to piracy is actually because of a desperate need for money. And just in case you were wondering how piracy started, which is what we talk about in the second paragraph of my essay, is because UN deemed the Somali waters international waters, so lots of people are taking advantage of the tuna-rich seas and were fishing on the waters. And so the Somali pirates thought it was only fair to get their tax off of the fishing place. And the last argument, can you scroll down, Sebastian, would actually be the government there's an insurgent group, an extremist group called Al-Shabaab, which controls lots of areas of Somalia, and their first priority right now is actually solving this problem and getting rid of Al-Shabaab. So it's kind of, they're not able to give their undivided attention to the issue of piracy. Okay. Other essay. Shrey, you can share your essay now.
No, it's
Down.
Yeah. And so I'm describing how economy has affected the Somalian pirates, and if my first argument is many factors like tourism, hospitality, and other stuff. They support an economy by providing income from people who come to the country, and so Somalia doesn't have much of these income things, so it doesn't really have a good foundation to start with. And my next argument is the amount of corruption, in the government. Within the government, a regular police officer could be bribed over to the Al-Shabaab for less than $1 in their money. And so, and also, the droughts and the hardships there, the police don't really care about them. And so they hinder the next generation of children and of adults there. And then, if you scroll down, and then my conclusion is the economy of Somalia is growing. It's really very slow. It is growing because they're getting more exports, and so it may reach a new high in a couple of years.
Okay, Vamsi, you share your essay, and then Ella will do yours. Vamsi's the last one.
Right here. Okay, so my topic is culture. So my thesis would be that culture, it has a major effect on piracy because of the fishing and because these fishermen, they go to protect the waters of the Somali. They go to protect the waters because there's this UN report in this paragraph that it estimated that $300 million worth of seafood is stolen from the country's coastline each year. So that is why the fishermen, they go out into the seas and try to protect them without all these other people like stealing the food. So that's scroll down, and then so my second argument would be that the waters they sought to protect